What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I don't think I've posted here for, 9 or 10 months. Last time I posted on this channel was way up here. If you guys remember, we were getting a lot of hate. Everybody saying alt season. Well, cooked. But here we are. And now I'm going to say alt season and everybody's going to hate. So anyways, no, I don't think we're going to get an insane alt season, but I do think we're going to pump. I do think we're going to pump, and I'm going to show you why. And we will talk about altcoins, okay? We will talk about altcoins. So why do I think we're going to pump? Okay, let's look at the Tether Dominance. We showed this chart many, many times. You guys remember last year. So this is why in December of 2024, I was saying this is topped. The cycle is peaked in December of 2024. Peak. The cycle is done. That's it. Okay. You can have relief rallies, but that's it. Okay. And altcoins did peak here, right? Bitcoin Gold did peak here. All right. So when we were here, right, in April, this is when I posted the buy memes video, right? Yes, we came down, right? We came down and memes did well. But after this, I said, damn, dude, inverse head and shoulders, we just built the perfect base, right? And what did I say? This is going to get erased. This is going to get erased. Well, guess what, guys? It's been erased. It's been erased. So what now? What happens now? Well, on the weekly time frame, right? Let me backtrack for a second. Everybody right now thinks we are going to 45, 50K. And even myself, a couple of weeks ago, I was thinking that could definitely be a likely scenario. The fractal from May of 2022 was kind of the consensus, right? This was kind of the consensus. This is going to happen, right? This is going to happen, right? I personally think that scenario is invalidated, and I'm going to show you why, okay? I'm going to show you why I think that scenario is invalidated. If we look on the weekly time frame, okay? Or sorry, let me go to the daily first. A couple of weeks ago, I started to think to myself, like, okay, Bitcoin went from 60 to 74 as we expected, but it's not breaking down here. So, what's going on? And then last week, I was thinking, all right, we have this trend line here, right? We have this trend line. If the Tether Dominance does not shoot up here, then I actually favor it to break this line. And if it breaks this line, then the weekly is going to look very toppy. And if the weekly looks very toppy, then it's going to go to the ribbons. And the ribbons are far away. The ribbons are far away. And guess what? That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened, right? So I feel very strongly that this Tether Dominance is going to go back to the weeklies. And that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense, dude. It's just going to backtest this big level, this big breakout, the neckline, more or less. More or less backtesting the neckline. Might not perfectly get there, but maybe it will. And then it probably continues higher. But again, that is thinking too many steps ahead. I'm just thinking of the next step. And the next step, I think, is going down here, which means, right, for Bitcoin, probably going up to its weekly ribbons, which is going to be around 80,000. Give or take, right? Give or take. You can see structurally, guys, there's so many similarities, right? Very, very many similarities. See that? Yeah, this is going to seem extremely oversimplified, but I hate to break it to you, crypto is simple. You're going to say, Jam, this is extremely oversimplified. And I'm going to say, hey, man, it's never been complicated. People just let you think it's complicated, okay? Many similarities here to either here or here, where you're going to go back to the weeklies and then take off, right? And you guys can see this is going to come down here. And then, again, very likely it's going to come down here. And if it doesn't take out this low, which I think is very unlikely, then it's going to print a big bullish div, right? Which would be bearish for crypto, right? So you guys can see already a couple steps ahead how this is going to play out, right? Everybody right now is very bearish. Even some of my own followers are upset that I flip bullish for the short term, okay? No, we have to go lower. We have to go to 45,000. Everybody's saying, okay, shorts will get liquidated, right? Altcoins will go up just enough for people to FOMO, okay? But we want to take advantage of this move the best we can. So I don't think most altcoins probably won't give you X's like bigger ones, but I think meme coins, just like a year ago, are going to be the best play, in my opinion. Also, AI coins, maybe Fetch AI, Render, I think Sui, I think those are also very solid. But again, my point is here, you got to get ahead of it, right? You got to get ahead of it. Because if this happens, everybody's going to flip bullish. Everybody's going to say, oh, the bottom is in. I don't know what the narrative is going to be. Maybe the war is over, right? Maybe there's a war over thing. I don't know. I'm making this video on Monday, April 6th. So I don't know. But whatever the narrative is, it's going to be a bullish one. Just like it's very, very bearish right now. But very likely that Bitcoin would get rejected at that level, right? We flip over here to Bitcoin. Very, very likely that you'd get rejected at this level, right? And then what it does after that, we'll see if it goes just here, if it's fucked up, anything can happen, right? But very unlikely we get a macro bottom without rate cuts, in my opinion, all right? And the crypto 4-year cycle has a funny way of playing out, right? It has a funny way of doing the same thing, but still wrecking everybody, right? The 4-year cycle has a funny way of repeating, but still fucking everybody over, right? So I do think there's a very good chance that Bitcoin does bottom later in the year, macro bottom. But that doesn't matter, okay? Altcoins, right, against Bitcoin, against the stock market, have been going down for 5 years. They've been going down for 5 years. So don't be surprised if on this rally, they show surprising strength, right? I'm telling you, let me put it this way. This is likely only going to be a rally to 80,000. This rally might be just as good, if not better, than many of the rallies you got in 2024 and 2025 because we're so used to altcoins doing so poorly. So even if Bitcoin bottoms later this year, altcoins against Bitcoin very well could have already bottomed, right? Very, very possible. Very, very possible. So my point is, don't get too psyoped, right? Thinking like, oh, alts have done shit for so long. I've been bag holding for 2 years. They can never go up. They can go up, dude. They can go up, okay? So which altcoins am I looking at? Pepe, I really like Pepe. Pepe Whisperer. I think Pepe can do well. 2x would be awesome. 3x is probably pushing it, but you never know. Sui as well. Again, 2x is, I don't think you can ask for more than that. Most memes, though, I would say, I think Doge looks really like coiled here. Like it's just hugging its dailies like crazy. Like I think, maybe it has, I don't know. Looks like price action. It just wants to teleport to 15 cents or something. So I think that looks decent. But again, a lot of the smaller memes, right? It's risky, of course. That's why I kind of try to stick to the bigger ones. But I'm not like a meme person, right? I'm not in the trenches, right? But with all these ones, right? They all look like they can have relief, and very likely they'll do better than most, okay? Fetch AI, so it's having some resistance here at the weeklies, but I think Fetch AI, if it can hold its dailies here, which it's above right now, I think if it can hold these dailies, basically hold above 20 cents, then I think it can actually, it might be one of the few other coins that can actually maybe give a 2 to 3x, okay? That's my opinion, right? My opinion. So getting a little bit of a correction right now, which is nice. But I wouldn't get too bearish. We can take a quick look at the 4-hour. Probably just back testing the 4-hour for Bitcoin. If I had to think psychologically right now, everybody shorts right now are probably like, this is a scam pump. This is a scam pump. Trump's going to bomb whatever. Shorts might be a little bit nervous, but they're like, okay, this is a scam pump. And then we're going to come down, right? We'll come down and they'll be like, yeah, see, I told you so. But then If we don't break down, then the shorts will get blasted, right? Not that high, obviously bad drawing, but you get the point, okay? You get the point. So that's my opinion. I think memes can do well here, and I think they'll do well until Bitcoin gets to 80,000, give or take, right? 78 to 82. I would say that's a rough range, but yeah, man, that's my opinion. I know a lot of people don't like it, just like a lot of people didn't like the bearish opinion when we were up here, but it is what it is, man. The market doesn't do what you want it to do. The market does whatever it wants. So I don't know the next time I'm going to post on YouTube. Last time I said I'd post more, and I didn't. So if you want to see my content more, I stream almost every day on Kick, kick.com/jamsworld. So the link will be in the bio. So you can watch me basically daily there for free. So hopefully I'll see you there, but that's it for now. So good luck, everybody, and God bless.